The room's holding up better than I expected. Most structures start to buckle when I'm in the same space as someone your size. Whoever built this place knew what they were doing. When they told me who I'd be meeting, I almost didn't come. Wasn't sure there was anything worth saying. We've never fought directly, but I know your record, Cybertron, Earth, the trail of dead worlds you've left behind. So here we are.
Interesting. Given that your own homeworld is a debris field orbiting a red sun, Krypton killed itself through arrogance and inaction. Your Science Council watched the core destabilize and debated procedure while the planet ceased. While the planet cracked beneath them, Brainiac kept files on your people. Fascinating species, the Kryptonians. Brilliant, powerful, utterly incapable of accepting that their certainty might be flawed. You're the last of them, which makes you either a miracle or a warning.
Krypton's mistakes are my inheritance. I carry them. I don't need a lecture from someone who made the same mistakes on purpose. The gladiator pits, the caste system, the corruption, you had every right to fight against all of it. The rebellion was justified, but you didn't stop at justice. You kept going until Cybertron was a graveyard. And your war had spread to a planet that had nothing to do with your grievances. Earth didn't oppress you. Earth didn't even know you existed. And you brought your war here anyway.
Earth has something I need. Energon. Resources. Strategic position. The reasons for conquest don't require grievance. They require necessity. Your humans understand this perfectly well. By the way, they've been conquering each other for the same reasons since they climbed down from trees. Territory. Resources. Strategic advantage.
You keep comparing yourself to humanity's worst moments, like that proves something. Yes, humans have conquered. Enslaved committed atrocities that still echo through their history, the Atlantic slave trade, the Congo under Leopold, the Trail of Tears. But there's another list. Who spent fighting spree slavery, the resistance movements, the people who saw evil and chose to oppose it even when it cost them everything. Humanity isn't one thing. It's a constant argument between what they are and what they could be.
The resistance movements toppled tyrants, and the next generation produced new tyrants to topple. Your faith in human progress is built on selective memory. You remember the victories. You forget that each victory was followed by a new form of the same old evil. Slavery became segregation, became mass incarceration. Colonialism became economic imperialism. The surface changes. The extraction continues.
And Cybertron was different. The caste system that put you in those pits. The Senate that treated lower castes as disposable. You're telling me your species had figured out something humans haven't. The corruption you fought against wasn't human. It was Cybertronian. Your own people built the pits of Kaon. Your own people watched gladiators die for entertainment while they debated philosophy in golden towers. Same story with different faces.
I never claimed Cybertron was better. I claimed that I saw clearly what it was and acted accordingly. The Senate was corrupt, so I destroyed the Senate. The caste system was unjust, so I shattered it. I sit. The methods were brutal because brutal methods were required. What I did not do was stand above the battlefield, offering inspirational speeches while the killing continued beneath me. You have the power to end every war on this planet. You choose not to use it. That choice has a body count, Kryptonian. Every death you could have prevented, but didn't. That weight belongs to you as much as the one who pulled the trigger.
If I ended their wars by force, I'd be starting a different war. One where humanity stops making decisions in the future. I've fought versions of myself who went down that road. They started by stopping wars. They ended up deciding who lives and who dies, which ideas are permitted, and which are crimes. The line between protector and dictator is thinner than you'd expect. I stay on the right side of it by letting humans fail. Letting them struggle, letting them choose. even when they choose wrong. Letting them
How convenient. While you wait for humans to evolve past their worst instincts, generations live and die under systems you could dismantle in an afternoon. The dictators you refuse to overthrow, they're not waiting for humanity to figure itself out. They're killing people today. Now, while you hover above it all, trusting the process, explain to me how that differs from the Kryptonian Science Council watching the core, readings, and trusting their models.
I'm protecting human agency. My people refuse to act because acting would have meant admitting their civilization had failed. I refuse to act in certain ways because acting would mean replacing choice with Kryptonian judgment. One is cowardice, the other is respect. You might not see the distinction, but the people living under it feel it every day. They know I'm there. They also know I won't make their decisions for them. That knowledge matters. It means their victories are actually theirs.
Their victories. Let's examine those. The humans who dropped nuclear weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they considered that a victory. 200,000 civilians incinerated to end a war more quickly. The calculations were cold, rational, justifiable by their own metrics. They even convinced themselves it was mercy. Fewer dead in the flash than would have died in the invasion. Human moral reasoning at its finest. Arithmetic applied to mass murder. And afterward, they built more bombs. Thousands of them, pointed at each other, ready to end their own species over ideology. These are the beings you're protecting.
Some nights I fly over the silos and listen to the humming of the warheads and wonder if I'm making a mistake by leaving them intact. But here's what I keep coming back to. The Cold War ended without the bombs being used. Not because ICE intervened. Because humans chose differently. They built the weapons, stared into the abyss, and stepped back. That choice was theirs. If I had taken the bombs away, they would have built new ones in secret. The fear would still be there. Only the choice would be gone.
What an achievement. You're praising a species for failing to commit suicide. The threshold for success keeps dropping. They built weapons capable of ending all life on their planet, held them for decades, and managed not to use them. This is your evidence of progress? This is what justifies their right to survive and spread to other worlds. Other species will encounter humanity eventually. When they do, they'll meet a civilization that invented extinction-level weapons before it invented faster-than-light travel. That's the calling card you're defending.
And what's your calling card? You brought a civil war across the galaxy because you couldn't share power with Optimus. Cybertron is dead because neither of you would stop. The Energon is mostly depleted. Your species is scattered and diminished. The victory you were fighting for became impossible somewhere around the third millennium of combat, and you kept fighting anyway. Humans have their flaws, but they haven't been killing each other over the same argument for millions of years. Even their longest conflicts eventually end.
Optimus chose the humans over his own kind. That is the fact I cannot forgive. When Earth became the battlefield, he prioritized their survival above Cybertronian lives. He allied with the species against his own brothers. Every Autobot who died defending human cities, every Energon reserve lost to protect human infrastructure. That's the price. Optimus was willing to pay for his faith in organic life, and you share that faith. You would sacrifice Kryptonians, if any remained, just as he sacrificed Cybertronians. The Protectors always love the protected more than their own people. It's a sickness.
I am human, not biologically, but in every way that matters. I was raised in Kansas by John at their kitchen table. I learned courage from watching my father stand up to people twice his size. I learned kindness from watching my mother help neighbors she barely knew. Krypton gave me my powers. Earth gave me everything else. When I'm protecting my people, I protect humanity. I'm not choosing them over my people. The ones who made me who I am, the ones I grew up with, learned from, loved.
Home. A species that would have dissected you if they'd found your ship before the Kents did. The government facilities that would have welcomed baby Kal-El. I've seen their files too. Project Cadmus, Department of Extranormal Operations. Checkmate. All of them running contingency plans for what to do when you become a threat. Your adopted people have backup plans to kill you, Kryptonian. They smile and wave and keep kryptonite in vaults, just in case you decide to stop playing nice. That's who you're grateful to. That's who you trust with their own survival.
I've known for years, and I understand why they exist. From their perspective, I'm a walking weapon who could go wrong at any moment. Planning for that possibility isn't betrayal, it's caution. I'd rather they have those plans and never need them than trust blindly and be unprepared. The fear doesn't bother me, as if they stopped being afraid and started worshiping instead. The contingencies mean they still see me as a person who could make mistakes. That's healthier than treating me like a god. Gods don't have to earn trust. I do.
And when you've earned it, what then? When they finally accept that Superman will always save them, what kind of species will they have become? One that waits for rescue. One that looks to sky when problems arise instead of solving them on the ground. You're not protecting their potential. You're stunting it. Every time you catch a falling plane, you're teaching them that falling planes get caught. Every time you stop an asteroid, you're teaching them that asteroids aren't their responsibility. Your protection is making them weaker, Kryptonian. In a century, they won't know how to save themselves. And you'll live long enough to watch what that dependence produces.